in a universe where we travel back in time to the future, back in time to the future. Welcome in, everyone, to Time Travel Tuesday. Laptop Hound here, hoping you're celebrating a wonderful start to your Tuesday. And if you're on the East Coast, I hope you're having a wonderful lunch down there in Florida. That other ump, Cub fan Steve, D King 395. Whoever else might be living in the Florida area or New York or Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey. Everything in the East starts with new, even though that's the oldest part of America. Welcome in, Laptop Hound here, trying to figure out the names of different cities. Franchise in the house, BD Cable, Rick the Ruler, Torgo, Cato, and first in with all the emotes, Josh P76. Benekaj here, Michael, that other ump. Who else do we got? Camelia, Cub fan Steve, John, Castanar getting back from his walk. All right, let's get rolling. If you missed it yesterday, the content for this week has been announced. This was on Discord. Spore put this up. And the theme this week is they played where? Going to be a fun guess set tomorrow with EVC. Check EVC tomorrow at 11 a.m. No, 12 a.m. 12 p.m. Noon Eastern time with Guess the Set, as you will need to guess players that had kind of one-offs. They played in major league cities that you didn't quite remember them for. Going to be a fun set. Also today, treasure. Have you got your panning set out? Are you ready to pan for gold? Maybe you're going to mine for silver. Maybe you want to go back in time and find some bronze. Or do you want to go to the blacksmith and have him pound the iron? All of those tiers will be released at some point today, focusing on tourney and draft viable cards. Please give us some good bronze ones. First ever for OOTP 27, we get the treasure, the TT, the trove. Save your packs for when those come out a little bit later. There's always a demand for new cards because a lot of lower level players want those new cards and get them in the lineup as soon as possible for their tournaments. Because the sooner you get them in, the quicker you can make hay, as we say out here in Alberta. Make hay with those new cards that are probably going to be a few meta ones out there. Maybe with a few baseball reference backgrounds, maybe with a few, maybe we get a plaque background. Maybe we get, what else? What else could we have for backgrounds? All the traditional standard backgrounds. Tomorrow, Clubhouse Shop 5. Spurtle. It's not Cowgirl Coffee. I wonder if I could do an ad for Cowgirl Coffee. You can send them this. You can send them my promo tape here. They can use this on the Roy Washington website. Feeling a little bit groggy? Need something to perk you up throughout the week? On your way to work and wondering where you can stop to get that little bit of energy? Look no further. Cowgirl Coffee, serving the finest coffee beans in the Northwest. Check them out. They're welcoming. They've got merch, and they've got extra large sizes for those of you that might need a bigger boost in the mornings. Cowgirl Coffee, Roy Washington. Tell them Laptop Hound sent you. There you go. You can clip that and send it to them. Tell them to send me a t-shirt. All right, what else is going on? Clubhouse Shop coming out tomorrow. Unexpected teams, multiple tiers. And then on Thursday, they played where comes out with part 2 as part of the regular TWIP set. Kind of a takeoff on the April Fool's set that came out a couple years ago. So here's a couple recommendations for Guess the Set. Ricky Henderson, Roger Clemens, Blue Jays, Santo, Andre Dawson, Pete Rose, not as a Cincinnati Red. And then Friday, back to Future Legends. Pedro Martinez is another great one. Philadelphia Phillies. Expos. RJ. I don't know, did RJ ever play a game with the Expos? He might not have enough information for a card. Future Legend Friday coming out. We're definitely going to get a Blue Jay today, right? We're definitely going to get a Blue Jay today or on Thursday. Where did Vernon Wells end up playing? Tampa Bay or something? There's a lot of guys that went to Florida. We're going to see definitely some Marlins and some Tampa Bay Rays because a lot of these players later in their career, they went down to the Sunshine. Yeah, Steve is another one. Boggs with Tampa Bay. Oh, there's a lot of good guesses out there. Didn't Roger Clemens play in Houston at the end of his career as well? Oh, man, I can't believe Ezra's coming out with that one. Hershiser with the Giants. Bobby Bonilla, more so than Bobby Bonds. Bobby Bonilla. Still probably getting paid. Is he still getting paid? Is that contract still on? Parker with the Brewers. Mets, Mays. Oh, man, I just don't know how you make a perfect, except Roger Clemens, right? Roger Clemens with the Blue Jays would make a good perfect card. But otherwise, a lot of these players that went to these other teams, they really didn't have big ends to their career. So I could see a lot of iron and bronze, some silver, but it's really, you got to look for those gems, guys that played for one team for maybe a season or two, but had a really good season. 2035, huh? Wow. Do we have any Raptors cards? You got us a championship. So stay tuned for all the great sets coming out. And again, congratulations. I mentioned it yesterday, but you are the champions. You deserve a shout out twice. Our PTCS Level 2 champions. Give it up. Destroyers. Man, a lot of negativity in these names. Here I am saying, give it up for the Destroyers and Spartans and Highlanders. We got Looking Glass Loopers, pronouncers of nonsense, and community member Lloyd Boyd. The Giants leaving the best till the last. Well, not the best, but for Ezra, the best team till the last. Giants 43. Ezra, are you going on tonight? Or are you still busy with your personal life things that are taking place there? Who should I shout out that you're having on stream tonight? Following TJ on the main channel. Those of you that won the cards, congrats. I hope you're enjoying using some of these PTCS cards that came out over the weekend. And if you haven't picked up the two lower level ones, the iron and the bronze, go grab those. You can still probably get them fairly cheap. On Sunday, I grabbed like 5 of each because they were under 100 points each. I'm speccing on them in case in a future tournament they might be wanted, and I can triple my money. No Ezra Denny tonight. Well, who is the cool? Well, we won't do the cool shout out today because you know, I shout you guys out every day. We can't, if we're doing Time Travel Tuesday, we can't go back and shout people out in history because they weren't streaming yet. Don't forget Helm Biscuit Redemptions. You can find those in the Redemption Center. And thank you, Castanar. I probably was streaming in history. Does teaching count as streaming? It's kind of like live streams. If you're in the classroom and you're teaching, it's kind of like you're live streaming. So that one does fit. Bingo checkers are here. Well, at least two of them. A-Dub is still in his jammies, probably. Eating his bagel. Having some French toast with maple syrup. Always late. No wonder he's still in iron. OOTP Go, OOTP merch, all those beautiful things. And PTCS. 2 weeks of PTCS is now done. Let's go into, let's find my game here. Ooh, Lepta Pound. Ooh, you just lost this tournament, Lap. Way to go, Lap. You just lost. Let me bring it up. Yesterday, we played a perfect draft bounty. And in that bounty, it was a 5-minute draft. I apologize again for putting you guys through that. But it was a 5-minute draft, and you had to draft all the players with either the highest power or the lowest home run suppression. And it ended up being a fantastic tourney for some of us. I was able to get a pack out of it because I made it to the finals. And in the finals, I came up against the Doyers, the Lincoln Heights Doyers. And the Doyers were able to beat me, and that is Rick the Ruler. So Rick the Ruler, congratulations. You not only won 5 packs for knocking me out, but you won 5 packs for winning the tournament, and you won the 3 packs for the in-game prize. It was quite the tournament for Rick, getting 12 standard packs and 1 silver pack. Talk about cleaning the table. I got 1 standard pack for coming in second. Thanks everyone for participating in that. We will do another one on Thursday, another bounty tournament. Today there will be pack prizes for bingo and for the matrix. Maud, if you want to put exclamation matrix, people can start filling that one out because we're going to do that one before the bingo today. Fill out the matrix form. What else do we got going on here? We got, Rick the Ruler had a pretty good team. I remember evaluating his team at the beginning, thinking, yeah, he's going to go far, this kid. He's ruling. Well, you know why he won, though, right? I mean, anytime you get this guy, remember this guy was mandatory, and he had a high home run suppression. So he benefited. Look at Dave. Dave had a win. He had a save. He had an ERA under 1.3. I mean, that's like cheating, Rick. I don't know. I don't know if I should have awarded you the packs. You kind of like took advantage of one of the best players in bronze. I didn't notice that before. Were you the only guy that had Steve? You were. So you didn't even allow anyone else in the tournament to have the satisfaction of having this card. You kept them all to yourself. Dave, Steve. I can bring that back, Ezra. It is Time Travel Tuesday. We can go back in the vault with the old grainy 1980s video. I would not want to torture those new people that are here. So congratulations, Rick. It was a heck of a tournament for you. I almost didn't give any packs out today. I came up 2 games short. What else do we got going on? We got the 5L, and I am still green. I got the green, which means I'm still in the tournament. We're probably still in probably just starting halfway through round 2. Yeah. 5 games into round 2. Taking on, actually, I won round 2. Okay, now, please let me get through one more round so that I have the in-game notifications for bingo. Please. Gotcha. We'll get to that in a second, franchise. Don't you go anywhere. Oh, I got to either play Max or Chalupa. They're going to a game 7. And then OKC. No, okay. Who's playing who? Oh, no, Max is playing the sidekicks. The Hoosman. So either got to play the Hoosman or Max. Castanar and Chalupa are also going to a game 7. I might get to play Castanar in the bingo round. That would be fun. So we still got a ways to go on that. Let's find out how did you guys do? Let me enter the bronze. No variance. And live. No variance. Those of you that may be tuning in on Twitch, don't forget you can link your account. You can link your OOTP account to your Twitch account, and you can get drops. On this channel here, it's in the form of bundles. Every 2 hours of view time, you'll get a 5 bundle pack, 4 regular packs, 1 silver pack. If you want to link your link it, I think is it just simply link? Could it be that easy, Lap? There you go. That's how you can link your 2 accounts together and take advantage of those drops. If you're watching on YouTube, I am simulcasting today on the old tube. So if you happen to be tuning in on YouTube, welcome in, say hi, and get over to Twitch. Take advantage of some of the free goodies that we have on Twitch. Let me go into last night's TT. Oh, we'll get to the Matrix information in just a little bit. I got knocked out by the Bees, not the A-Dub Bees, in round 2 of last night's Treasure. In the quarterfinals, it was the Hellcats, the Lowly Worms, Asgard, and the Peggy O's, PTCS champion. In the semifinals, it was the Apple Car going to the finals against PTCS champion. And in the finals, it was our Perfect Draft Daily PTCS champion taking a Perfect Draft Daily championship. Talk about Floyd. Amazing. Floyd is just, he is like steaming. Like, do you have to take a cold shower every once in a while? You're so hot, I don't need to buy firewood. I'll just put Floyd Lloyd Boyd in the corner on a cold winter's day. Smoking. Won it in 7. And this was the MVP, not on Floyd's team, but on the losing team. They gave the MVP to Mr. Montgomery. So congrats on all that success, Floyd. Man, sure, you got a smile on your face. I hope you're enjoying your Seaver and Morgan on your Perfect League team. I hope that helps you advance a little bit. And we did have a Hell Biscuit redemption. First of all, thanks to I_C4 RT3R_L. Okay, I'm sure there's a code in there somewhere. Lunderscore 43 R_L. That is a tongue twister. Thank you for the follow. And franchise time machine. We got to go a little bigger screen on this. Used the Helm Biscuit redemption and said, Lap, can you please shout out Ezra Denny? Absolutely. Ezra Denny is, and if one of my mods can put the shout out for Ezra, because he was literally shouted out. Ezra Denny streams 5 nights a week. He has a very unique stream, a unique sense of comedy, a unique sense of physical exertion, and a unique sense of baseball history focusing on one team. If you want the best San Francisco Giants knowledge, if you want gameplay from the early 2000s or late 90s, and if you want to hear and see some videos of the past, go check out Ezra Denny. And every Tuesday except today, and any day he has to work, he will be featuring guests where he interviews them and asks them the tough questions about their streaming experience. Check out Ezra Denny 5 nights a week in the evenings, typically around 10:30 Eastern, right here on Twitch. Not on YouTube. For those watching on YouTube, you have to go over to Twitch. There you go, franchise. I hope you got your biscuits worth. Oh, now all the fanboys come in for Ezra. Oh, he's so sexy. Go check him out. Gonna make him blush. Does Ezra blush? What else do we got going on? What did I want to go through here? See, you threw me off what I was doing here. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to shout out our current weekly PTCS champions. These were not updated yesterday when I was streaming. By the way, fill out that matrix form at the top. You can win 5 packs. Thank you, Cub fan Steve, for putting that. Today in the matrix, the Colorado Rockies will bring back 1997 Larry Walker to play for them. And they will also bring back 2018 Kyle Freeland. That's how deep Sean had to go, because Sean used his biscuits to pick the players. You can pick the players for a matrix team if you have enough biscuits to redeem. Ezra already has dibs on the Giants. He already spent them. But yes, Freeland and Walker will be in the matrix. So using that information, fill out that Google form. Here are top 10 tournament weekly. Supermain will get a little sticker for his sticker book, because every winner of the tournament weekly gets a sticker. So there's not going to be any more than about 50 of these, because there's, about 50 weeks, give or take. Lava came close by 40 points. Big Toe, S. Patrick, and Ian of All Trades are your top 5. Let's head to the daily cap. Remember, you get Clubhouse Shop stars if you finish in the top 20. Every week, new players focus on a specific tier, finish in the top 20, and you get some stars, which you can use to buy packs or players. So top 20 in the daily cap. Jerry and Mac just got that last position. Also in the top 20, number 1 shifted. Not PTCS, but Perfect League. This guy gets a physical trophy. It's probably in the mail already. He's probably going to get it in a couple days. And he's going to go, Lap, I got my trophy. Do you want a picture? And I'll say, yeah, thank you for sending him a picture of the trophy. I want to see what it looks like. Andy coming in second, all. And then the Elwin coming in at number 4. Getting the Clubhouse Shop stars for the daily live. For those of you that like to play live tournaments, which I'm starting to play more, because, I can't let Rich Grisham dominate live all the time. Hello, friend. Number 1, DS Slow, BD Cable, Place, and Schmoova. You got to schmoova. Move it. Coming in at number 5, Sand with the powerful Tulips and D. Dempsey gets some stars for finishing 19th and 20th. Am I anywhere on here for last week? We can check that out later. Just seeing where is Rich Grisham on here somewhere? Rick the Ruler's on there. That's kind of like a Rich. Next up, who are our star winners in the Daily Open? Oops, we want to go to week 9. At the right week? Yeah, May 4th to the 10th. Did I do that right for the Daily Live? Let's see. Yeah, I got the right one. Okay, we're on track. For the Daily Open, our number 1 team getting the biggest amount of oh, that's just being greedy now, Rick. After winning 5 points from the Bounty yesterday, gets all the Clubhouse Shop stars for being the best tournament Daily Open player. Joe Quills in Philadelphia. Wow. Zuby, number 2, Alice Simeon. Number 3, coming in at number 20 was the Doc Ellis Trippers. Dunkaroo at number 19. Congrats to all the star winners for the top 20 in the Tournament Daily Open. Before we get to the diamond, we have to celebrate an 85 stream streak by Joe Quills.
But it was too late. She'd already been in since.
Here he
comes. There he goes. And he ain't wearing no clothes. Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Through Philadelphia he goes. No clothes.
He's just as proud as he can be.
Kids, cover your ears. There might be some screaming ladies.
Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Woo!
He likes to show off his physique. If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it around.
Thank you, Joe Quills. 85. Closing in on the century mark. In diamonds, Mawiffin, Jacket, D. Kaluda, Jimmy are your top 4, but also getting some stars at the bottom here. Alice Simeon with the Warriors, J. Biggs, and Philo 1. Gold. Is it the moment of truth? Is it A-Dub? I guess I got to give him this one. A-Dub. Where are you, A-Dub? Report to bingo. A-Dub, report to bingo. Coming in at number 1, 174 points. Callis, Mark in MS coming in at 2 and 3. At number 20, Zipster, Katie Wayne, and Big Toe also get some stars this week. If you're on the board here, congrats on finishing in the top tier of gold this week. Let's head out to silver. Our number 1 silver player last week was the Dust Bowl Troubadours, Okie_Red. Take home the stars along with Go Cubs Go, Hot Root, and Brydav. Number 20, Franchise Time Machine squeaks in with a few stars along with Mike Zone and That Other Ump. You're in. Gets a few stars. Let's go to our weekly draft. Batman coming in at number 1. Strock 2, Mad Matt, and Clydesdale. I loved you with Budweiser. Coming in at number 4, number 20, M the Bow Shifted gets a few stars, and so does Llama Boy and Philo 2. Congrats to our top weekly drafters. Next up, the daily draft. This is the 5L, the 6L, the Bagels and Schmear, the Up Late with Rich, all those drafts that are on every single day. And I expect to see Castanar and Lloyd Boyd here. They've been doing really well in the last week. Brando at number 1. Milgingen, Bill Pitt, Bike, Jacket, 7-star, Weirzy, Choi, Fungo, and third team round up your top 10. Number 20, BJR Ironed, and look, Castanar, after having some wonderful finishes in the 5L and 6L, finishes at number 19 along with D King, rocking it. Top 20 get stars. Let's go to Iron. Last week's top Iron players. Number 1, Sorum, Ilay, Stratigo, and Makadkar. Oh yeah, Makadkar flexing a little bit today. Number 4 with the stars. Dunt, coming in at number 5. Lava, Curling Critter, that is not a franchise time alt, although we probably gave it a good smile. And Star X also gets some stars, along with Smiley, Manny, Warbot, and a few others as well. Our top Iron players for last week. And finally, does Laptop Pound get any stars? I didn't have a really good bronze week. I'm thinking Serpent and Dylan probably beat me last week. Gassner probably beat me last week too in bronze. What do we got? Bronze. Top 20. Number 1 bronze player was Exto Foras. M&T, Dr. Gonzo. I love bronze. I'm reading out all 20. Too bad. J. Semp, E. Question, Randalid, Bricks, Choi, Andy G, Brydav, Huey Sox, J. Lakeman, Mabuki, Davols, Dave McInnes, RQ the Third, Ghana, DB Berg, Stocko Cakes, and the last star finisher this week, Makadka. I didn't see Castanar or myself. We both got beat by EVC Castanar. I thought you had a good week. Well, I came in at number 46. I knew I didn't have a great week. Lloyd Boyd at number 49. There's Castanar at number 31. Dylan at 22. Where's Serpent? You did not have a good week last week? There you are, 33. So all of us made the top 46. And that I consider the top 50 really, really good because you get stars if you finish the period in the top 50. So if we go to the period, notice that we are all in the top 50. Cub fan Steve, come on, buddy. Get it working. Move up a couple spots. We need you in the top 50. Mr. X Dave, little higher, please. Only 2 weeks are done. You have until May the 31st to qualify. First time chatter. Okay, we love to celebrate first time chatters. Where is he? You cannot hide from me. Huey. Huey says, hey, that's me. Are you the Huey Sox? Is that you? Is that you right somewhere around there? There you go. First time chatter. Show the kids, show the parents, show the grandparents, show your neighbor, show your coworker, show the cashier at Walmart. You made the big time. And you're making the big time in bronze. somewhere on there. Thank you for the first time chat. Okay, now you're really pushing it. Okay, now that's number 2. Okay, now that's number 3. Now you're monopolizing the chat. Mods, come on. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Huey. Chat as much as you want. All right, I think it's time for the matrix. So fill out that matrix form. For those that had no clue what a PTCS is, it is a set of 11 tournaments that are held throughout the year. We've had 2 already. Qualification for number 3 is currently underway. You have until the end of May to qualify. And then on June the 6th, it will be broadcast on Twitch all over the place. June the 6th, PTCS number 3. You play for some unique card prizes, some limited card prizes. And by doing well in the PTCS, you could try to qualify for the PTMS, which will be held on May the 23rd. That's right. Qualification is already finished for PTMS number 1. And that's based on your results from the first 2 tournaments. I made it to round 3 this time. Is that enough to get in? Probably not, but I'll try. So yes, we should be hearing some news very soon about prizes and formats for PTMS number 1. Good to see you, Mr. Greenleaf. Mr. Greenleaf, have you been changing your ballparks? Hey, have you been doing that on Sundays? We need you to keep moving up in pack-only leagues. By the way, got a couple new pack-only players this week. If you want to join the pack-only squad, easy to do. Just head over to my Discord and read all the rules there. Pretty simple. Pretty simple rules. You're not allowed to buy anything on the card shop or spend money. Pretty simple. Before I close off the matrix form, which is pinned in chat for those of you that are just tuning in, if you want to win 5 packs, all you have to do is fill out that Google form. That's it. It'll take you like 2 minutes. And it is a process of elimination based on how correct you are in answering the questions. So we got an ad break coming in. For those of you that are subscribers, you get ad-free content. For those of you that are not subscribers, well, I'm just going to go through the matrix team here. We will be going to Colorado. Check. I may want to check this out. Can you DM me that? Because it doesn't come up on Discord, Nicolino, or it doesn't come up on Twitch. Just wait, Nicolino. Let me see if there's anything in my Discord yet. No. Oh, well, talk. I got it, Nicolino. I got it. I see it. All right, before we get to the matrix, synchronicity, folks. If I can pull it up on screen here. There we go. I was just mentioning we should be hearing about PTMS formats. And guess what? At 11:20, 1 minute ago, our good friend Nicolino posted some information for you. I'm going to bring it up on screen because it is breaking news. Always got to go over to Discord and open up the link. There it is. Cool. Just give me a minute here. Give me a minute, folks. This was not in my prep. I want to go there. I want to go over here. I got so many windows to click. Exciting breaking news from OOTP. Just as an ad break's about to kick in. Let's see if I can pause the ad break. Hurry, lap. Snooze. I think we might have got it in. All right, I'll do this in the best Nicolino voice I can. Hello, everyone. We have an exciting announcement about the Perfect Team Master Series and what's planned for PT27. The Perfect Team Master Series will undergo a change this year. Instead of one tournament and one perfect draft to determine the PTMS champions, we will have two multi-competition events held in one day. The PTMS will remain on two separate tracks, one for tournaments and one for other PDs. However, there will be three of each played to determine the PTMS champion, adding more drama, more variety, and more roster builds. We'll be using the point system from PTWC for collecting points to determine our winners in the 6 events. If you finish first in any of those 6 events, you'll get 125 points, all the way down to a first round exit, which gets you 5 points just for playing. Please note, these points will not be used for the PTWC standings and only to determine the placings for the PTMS. The final standings do count towards the PTWC. 300 points if you win the draft or traditional section, all the way down to 1 point if you were in the bottom tier. Prizes. We love our prizes. Prizes for individual tournaments. Of the 6 tournaments, each of the 6 tournaments will give out these prizes. Historical Rainbow Pack, meaning you're going to get a perfect, a diamond, a gold, a silver, a bronze, and an iron historical card if you win one of the 6 tournaments. Second place, you get a historical perfect. You're guaranteed a perfect. All the way down, if you win one round in any of the 6 tournaments, you will get a gold card. Gold pack, regular gold pack. And now, for those of you that need to build, when you get your invite for the PTMS, which will be coming out in the upcoming days or weeks, all traditional tournaments are best of 9. They each have a unique set of cards that you can select. Ballparks, Cleveland Stadium for Tournament 1. These are your traditional tournaments. Briggs Stadium for Tournament 2. And Atlanta for Tournament 3. Tournament 1 has a variant cap of 9, and it is a cap tournament. So you have a certain amount of points to spend. It's got the 90s environment. This is the last year of defensive era. This is not the power era. It's the last year of the defensive era, which included the 80s. Tournament 2, 1949 run environment. No DH. You're allowed up to 12 variants, and only gold cards and below up to 1949. You're going to get some of those older players in this tournament. And tournament 3, Live Plus. So it's 1980 to 2026. Default run environment. DH on. Variants are unlimited. And it is a slot tournament. You will be allowed 6 perfect, 6 diamond, 5 gold, 4 silver, 3 bronze, and 2 iron. But remember, slot tournaments, this is the maximum for each level. If you want to run 24 bronze and 2 iron, you can do that. Perfect drafts. There are 3 perfect drafts. Remember, if you qualify, if you're one of the top 128, you get to play in all 6 of these. It is not a different 128 people for each. It is the same group of people that play in all 6 of them. So you will draft 3 teams, you will construct 3 rosters, and you will compete for points to get the prizes and PTWC standings. Perfect draft number 1 is an original PD, best of 9, defensive run environment with the DH and LE cards are turned on in the draft pool. It's going to be held at 1977 Wrigley Field, and it will fire off at 10 a.m. Eastern. PD number 2, historical cards. You only get to draft 20. Think dead ball. It is the best of 9. However, it is the 1950 run environment, which is going to be challenging because you have to draft less players in a run environment that you probably need 4 pitchers, starting pitchers, maybe 5. DH is off. Pitchers have to hit. LE is on, and it's going to be played at the wonderful Pitcher Park in Rickwood. Remember, we had the 5L at the beginning of this year. The 5L was played at this field. So some of you are used to it. This is very much 5L-ish. It's got 20 cards, and it's played at the same park with the DH off and LE on. Can we rename this the Laptop Pound Daily Lower Level Leisure Lounge? No. And your last perfect draft is a ladder, which is like the Laptop Pound Evening Draft, where you start with the lower level cards, you draft up to the higher level cards, and then you draft back down to the lower ones. So if you play the 6L, now called the TT, the Trove, very similar to that. Default run environment, DH is on, LE is on, and it's going to be played at Yankee Stadium. In the 20-card draft, this is how it will go. 1 perfect, 1 diamond, couple more diamonds. You got a few rounds of gold, silver. Always be careful because sometimes we're used to picking 2 cards and we think we're picking 2 when you only have to pick 1. And therefore it picks the last one you chose and not the first guy that you wanted. You have to be really attentive when you're doing these drafts to know if it's 1 card or 2. And then you pick 3 iron at the end. You're playing me in the first round of Daily Live Bronze. Let's do it. PTMS prizes will be announced closer to the event. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to Nicolino on Discord. You can ask him a question here. He might still be in the chat. There you have it. All held in the same day. This is not held over 2 days like the PTWC. So all 6 tournaments will be held on that day. Once again, that day is May the 23rd. And you should be finding out shortly whether or not you qualified. In fact, you can go over to the competitive site and PTMS results are right there. They are up. If you want to see if you qualified, there's the link. You can navigate by the link I just put there. Now, this is not seeded, so it's going to be random who you get to play. And I like to shout out community members here. Floyd Lloyd Boyd, congrats. Based off your PTCS win, you finished third. You'll get to play in all. Now, Nicolino, am I right that if you finished in the top 128 for drafts, do you get to play in the traditional ones as well? Do you still get to play in all 6 or only the 3 draft ones? Probably just the 3 draft ones? Or is it all 6? Okay, you stay in the draft. Okay. So I my apologies. I think I said that if you qualify, you get to play in all 6. Well, if you qualified for both, if you're in the top 128 for both, yes, you'll get to play in all 6. But otherwise, only the ones that you qualified for. There's the Boston Sloths. There's PA Freedom. Way to go. These are our top drafters. There's BD Cable. There's a Colorado Avalanche. Stanley Cup finalist this year. Colorado, Carolina. There's VR Mind. Tay Morris, D King. There's one of our new affiliates, Jay Comey, that made the PTMS. Batman is back. There's Jay Biggs. There's Franchise Time Machine. Curling Critter. Wolfman, congrats to Wolfman. Rick the Ruler, making it in as a newbie, I think. Weirzy. Lot of familiar names, lot of excitement. Famarte is there. D. Dempsey is there. And as we get to the final few places, it's Hellboy, Proteins, Gustos, and Goat Fishman just squeak in to the top of the draft. And unfortunately, there has to be a few people that miss out, including myself, including EVC, CWIT. So yeah, a lot of great teams. When you only have 128, you're going to miss some really good teams. A-Dub. But there will be more PTMSs. Remember, you qualify by doing well in the PTCS. And to do well in the PTCS, you have to enter the dailies, the weeklies, the perfect drafts. Well, let's go check out the other one. Top 128, once again, Dunkaroo, West Hartford. Our player of the year last year. Red Historian is back. Sky Rolla. Wilnick, who won a PTCS on Saturday. Lava. Rob Deere in Headlights. There's Liam. Liam made all 6 of them. There's Angered Unicorn. Congrats, Angered Unicorn. C. Witt. Didn't make the draft, but in for the traditional. Day Trippers. They've been doing well. Floyd Lloyd Boyd gets to play in all 6 tournaments. Way to go, Floyd. Senator Zero. Cub Fan 2000. Cub Fan Steve. You're in. Way to go, Cub Fan Steve. Your theme team makes it into the PTMS. The Wookiees, Stormbaka. Makadkar, congrats, Makadkar. from Oklahoma. Shadow Lab, who is one of the Hotto members where I can get the Waggy information from. Max LP will be in the traditionals. Andy, Play Dog, Franchise, or should I say franchise? Torvald, way to go, Kato. Bingo checker in. Mr. X Dave in his first year of play with the Scranton Tacos get in. The Boomsticks, haven't seen them around in a while. Jay Biggs, Mr. Audit, and just missing out, Rick the Ruler by 1 point. Again, there will be more PTMSs, but congrats to those that qualified for one of them or qualified for both of them. Amazing accomplishment. And we also have updates that came in. The Bagels update is there with Kato, D-Block, and Rob Deere and Headlights, the top three. And our first Laptop Pound Summer Classic qualifying update is live. And Tiger GDK Castanar is currently number one as of today, as of yesterday. Way to go, Castanar. You've come a long way, buddy. Franchise Time Machine, number 3. Chalupa, Wolfman, Michael, Floyd Lloyd Boyd. Oh yeah, the best of the best are here. Jay Biggs, VR Mind, all. There's Sporer. And I want to thank you guys. From what I've seen so far, people are only using one team to qualify. Remember, if you use 2 teams to qualify and you get in with 2 teams, both your teams are going to be eliminated from qualifying. So please don't let that happen. Use one team, use it regularly, and keep entering with that same team. Both the Laptop Pound morning and the Laptop Pound evening. Same team. Don't use 2 different teams because you'll be like booted. We want 128 different managers in the championship. Makadkar, Lowly Worm, EVC, Mr. X Dave, and there he is, Laptop Pound at number 22. As long as you're consistent in using one team, if you enter every day or even every second day, you'll get in. Right now, you only need 11 points to get in. If you finish second 11 times, like if you make it to round 2 11 times, that's 11 points. Just be consistent. So the Eagles, Big Chief, Nashville Stars, GCAM, Mr. Crichton, long way to go. Remember, the tournament is held 3 months from yesterday. So we still have a lot of time to qualify. But, you know, if you're on the outside looking in, just be more consistent. Enter more. This one will be seeded. So you will play your opposite on the bracket. So right now, Castanar, number 1 seed, he would have to play Big Chief. Nashville Stars would have to play Big Yahoo. Franchise Time Machine would have to play the 3rd lowest seed, the Hitman. And there might be a nice little surprise at the end of the month for our top qualifier. We'll see. So there you go. There are your updates for the PTMS and a couple of the other tournaments. There's also the CWIT one. So that only has played one tournament so far. So that is on the competitive site. And all the other tournaments are here too. If you want to download a big set of data, you can download a traditional tournament, a quick tournament. It's all right here on the competitive website that is updated. See, A-Dub, there's hope for you yet. And congrats on finishing as the number one team in gold last week. I'm glad you could make it for your shift today. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I know you got stuck in traffic. I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me go off here. So thanks to Nicolino for sending that information along, and that is on the forum site if you want to look that over and look at all the different formats. The link is on the Discord, and it's also over on the main forum site. All right, I'm just resizing some windows here. There we go. And if you haven't picked up OOTP Go, with so much going on, you don't want to miss out on entering tournaments. Go get OOTP Go on your favorite device. Go to your device store, look up OOTP Go 27, $10. Boom, bang, bim, bomb. You got it. Oh, where are we from a break? We still got a few minutes. All right, Sean. Sean programmed our matrix. He chose the two players. And the beautiful thing about OOTP is you can relive any event in history. You can even use the current rosters and bring players back from history. Import historical players. Real easy to do. You just need their baseball reference code. We've got Mr. Freeland. No, we got to bring in Walker first. No, we'll bring in Kyle first because Kyle is an interesting one. Kyle's an interesting choice. Last 5 letters of their last name, first 2 letters of the first name, and then usually it's 01. And Sean said, bring back the 2018 version. I think this should work. There he is. Kyle Freeland will be playing in the Matrix, as well as Mr. Walker, Larry Walker. As long as his letters aren't the same as another player that played before him. And he is 1997. And there we go. 24-year-old Kyle Freeland. Now, this is his career year. Back in 2018, he went 17-7, 2.85 ERA, and as A-Dub mentioned, we have a paradox. For the first time in Matrix history, we have a paradox in time as Kyle Freeland will be joining his older self. Oh no. 24-year-old Kyle Freeland will be joining the 33-year-old, both pitching for Colorado. As long as they don't look each other in the eye, we should be okay. Kyle. Major leagues. Colorado. Now, where do they place him in the rotation? Synchronicity. They are bookended by Michael L., Jose Quintana, and Chase D. Kyle will be the number 1 pitcher, and Kyle will be the number 5 pitcher. 24-year-old will be the ace of the staff, and will also be the number 5 guy. Here's the 24-year-old. Let's compare them. And you know what is so funny? His nickname. Could you have programmed this any better, Sean? His nickname is 2-1. We got 2 of them. And 1 player, 2 representatives. The 32-year-old, a lot more control. Older guys usually get more control. Otherwise, everything's the same. Born in Colorado, Mr. Freeland is on the team. Next up, we got to bring in Mr. Walker. This is what we get. Holy smoke, Sean. You think he might win the NL MVP? We got the 1997 11.1 WAR, his highest WAR year, his career year in terms of a lot of different stat categories. 1 home run short of 50, 130 RBIs. This was a year. Now the ballpark helped him. His 3rd year away from Montreal. Canadian, born in British Columbia. And in the Hall of Fame, Larry Booger, what a nickname, Walker. So Colorado put this guy, they got rid of this guy to make room for Mr. Freeland. So I'd say that's an improvement, ditching this guy for Kyle. Now, who will they ditch for Larry? Where is that? Where is the, editors in here. Going to Major League Baseball. He will probably be the number 3 hitter, I would imagine. Maybe number 2. I could see them putting him at number 2. Welcome to the purple, Colorado. And he will be, the number 3 hitter playing in right field. Excellent. So I'm going to go close off the matrix form. If you haven't filled it out, you have lost your opportunity if you don't fill it out in the next few seconds to earn some packs. We got over 40 entries today. And again, we'll have bingo coming up in about a half-hour time. So stay tuned for that. Can Colorado get to the playoffs? That is their goal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. What are you guys thinking here for Mr. Walker? Majority of people still think he will not make the playoffs. I think it'll be close. I think pitching is just so bad, though. I think it might be close. I think Larry's gonna give him a run. Only 3 people think they'll make the World Series. 71 to 90 wins. That sounds respectable. If they can get close to 90, they might get a wild card. How many home runs? Larry, 30 to 39. I'm going over. I think he's going to be a 40-plus home run hitter. With that profile, I think he's going to do really well. Remember in real life, he had 49. and the eras aren't that much different. Well, he did play in the power era. Wins for the younger Freeland. This is not the combined, it's the historical Freeland. As long as they don't evaporate, because they're both playing together. 11 to 14 wins. Will they both make the All-Star team? No. 15 say yes, 30 say no. And then if we need a tiebreaker, what is their total WAR? 2.2 up to 25. I think Larry's going to finish in the 7 range. Kyle, maybe like 2. I'm going to guess around 9. Well, we're going to play it out until I get the notification that bingo is almost ready. If one of my mods can please post the bingo form, and people can start filling that out now that this one is closed. Keep that there. And thanks to Sean Soul 10 for using his Hound biscuits, spending those biscuits to pick the 2 players. At the end of the stream today, we will spin the wheel and see which team we're playing with next week. By the way, for your information, no Dynastic today. He's got prior commitments, so there will not be a stream with him. Tuesday is always TJ in the evenings with the main channel. So you can go check out TJ with his franchise series coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern. And no Ezra tonight as well. So 2 of the wonderful affiliates will not be affiliating today. Lone Star will be on tonight. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Well, let's go to the opening day. On opening day, remember it was the Giants hosting the New York Yankees. Let's see how that ended up here. In real life, the Yankees won, and in today's Matrix, it would be San Francisco winning 3-2. I always like to check out the Matrix team opening day game. Colorado will be, I guess they don't play today. Don't want to miss it here. No, they don't play today. So they are on the road. They are in sunny Miami, where it will be 24-year-old Kyle Freeland on the mound, and Larry Walker will be hitting third for the Rockies today. Let's start the game. Show you first inning action. Both players in their opening debut back in April, March, whenever this game was. Larry due up number 3. Yes, Wallooner. We'll put that up for some good vibes. Go Colorado. One away for Mickey M. He strikes out. Here he is, Larry Walker. What do you guys think his first at bat? I think he's going to be rusty. I say fly ball to right field. Let's see how good you are with your intuition. I'm calling fly ball to right field. And if any of the streamers out there want to stream in an hour, I have no one I know of that I'm going over to. So if you want to have a crew over there at 1 p.m. my time, maybe like 110, 115. Here we go. What's Larry going to do? Excellent. Rolla is the guy. And that was a Rolla to second base. Larry Walker is out. Kyle Freeland, 24 years old, going up against Ruiz. That is going to be a high fly ball to third base, one away. Edwards up next. A ground ball to the pitcher, over to first in time, two away. And Kyle against Kyle, and that is a walk on the outside. That pitch missed. Ramirez, the cleanup hitter, now up for Miami, and that ball gets away from the catcher. Can move the runner to second base. Miami has a runner on second with two away. Right to the first base, steps on the bag, and that will be it. So, clean inning for Mr. Freeland, no runs. Did give up a walk. Let's go to the eighth. Look at this. Is this a sign of things to come? Larry Walker, 1 hit and 4 at-bats. They've got a 6-1 lead. We go to the top of the inning. Walker is back up. And we see his first home run in the matrix. And again, right to the first baseman. Fires over to the pitcher in time. Larry has been retired. And that should do it. The Colorado Rockies win their debut on the road. 6-1 victory. Kyle Freeland, the 24-year-old, brought back to the matrix. He will get the win, giving up 1 hit in 6 innings. We might have a star here. Larry Walker goes 1 for 5, 1 strikeout. He left 3 on base. And Kyle Freeland is also your player of the game. The elder Freeland did not pitch, as he is the number 5 guy. They have not moved him to the bullpen yet. Let's go to, first of all, the end of March, and then we'll jump ahead to the end of April. We will jump in at the All-Star break and take a look if any of them made the All-Star lineups. And then, of course, if they make the playoffs, we may jump in as well. Oh, that was the old Freeland? So they had the old Freeland pitching on day 1. I thought it was the 24-year-old. Oh, I think we got our signals mixed up. When I say the old Freeland, I mean the historical, older in time. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is the modern day. So they've got the modern day Freeland as the number 1 pitcher. Yeah, so Sean, I don't know how much of a advantage you might get out of this having a number 5 starter. OTP was not kind to Mr. Freeland and his 17-7 record. Well, we got the veteran, currently 4-1, but we are keeping track of the youngster. He's got 2 wins. He's only given up 4 earned runs, but his pitching is pretty limited. He pitches about 5 innings, which again in modern era is more common. And Larry Walker. Larry hitting 261. He's got 9 home runs. He's on the pace for 46. I thought he'd reach the 40 home run mark. Also on the pace for 106 RBIs and stolen bases. He's only been caught 1 time, but he only has 5 attempts. 4 stolen bases and 1 time caught. In terms of our records, Boston, Detroit, Seattle all lead their divisions. In the NL, it's LA, Brewers, and the Braves. But look at this, the Colorado Rockies, 18 and 14. All you Colorado fans out there. Sean and who was the other Colorado fan I saw in the chat? You got to be happy with that start to the season. See if we have any. We got Kyle Freeland, the older one, number 2 in wins on the season. Hunter Goodman, second. He's got a 15-game hitting streak. He hits right behind Larry Walker. So Larry Walker has had a positive influence on Hunter Goodman. Well, let's go another month. In Colorado, keep the pace up. They are in the division lead. They're back and forth with the Giants. Could we have, this would be the best matrix ever. This would be the top of my list if Colorado can make the playoffs. Look at that NL West. Half a game separates 4 teams. And those teams are about 2.5 back of the wild card. Seattle, Kansas City, Boston, Philadelphia, Brewers, and Giants all lead. Dodgers tied with the Giants. In terms of our pitching, 25-year-old now. Our Matrix Freeland is 3 and 4. He had a 7 innings pitched game. Still consistently giving up 3 to 4 runs. And our regular Freeland, still at the top of the order, is 6 and 4. ERA a little bit better. Yeah, really interesting to see the difference between the two. With what would it be, an 8-year difference? $33 and $25 are the ages. Let's take a look at Larry. How's Larry doing? Larry has got the fire symbol. He's hitting 370. He was hitting 266 at the end of last month. He's gone up like a full decimal point. Look, this one game where he was a pinch hitter. I think he was probably a pinch hitter. Either that or they walked him a lot. Yeah. Destroyed his hit streak. Look at this. He had a hit streak from May the 3rd all the way up to current time, except for that pinch hit. That would have been like a 25-game hit streak. Streaks. That is too bad. That would have been a nice accomplishment for Larry. The odd home run, he had a 2-home run game against Philadelphia in a win, hitting .370. He's got 19 home runs. He's on pace for 51. So extremely close to what he did in real life. And the Rockies are in town tonight. Let's go to the All-Star break. Remember, fill out the bingo form. Well, we're going to be playing bingo in about 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes. Bingo form is attached at the top of the chat screen there. And Sky Rolla will be coming up in about an hour's time. Looks like the All-Star break is almost upon us. Larry's going to make it for sure. And maybe the older Freeland, but I doubt it. At the All-Star break, Baltimore, Detroit, Houston all lead their divisions in the AL. In the NL, it's the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Phillies. Colorado is back to being Colorado. 2 games under 500. They had a horrific pretty bad May. Not a bad. I mean, they had a bad start to June. And then they went on a losing streak. Like losing 8 of 9 games. That'll do it. Wild card wise, Colorado is only 3 games back. Definitely an opportunity. In terms of our stats, look at this for our stats. What do we got? Any Colorado players? Larry Walker has an 18-game hitting streak, or had an 18-game hitting streak. He also is number 1 in WAR in the NL, 5.7, way above Acuna Jr. He's number 1 in OPS. And he's number 2 in RBIs behind Ohtani. Number 2 in home runs. And he's got the top batting average. So, Larry, we get to see your mug on a lot of these categories. There he is. There he is again. And again, Larry Walker, a wall of purple on the right-hand side here. Look at that. He's got the MVP. Going to be hard to beat him. I mean, they might still give it to Ohtani because, you know, it's Ohtani. But it should be Larry Walker. Let's go and take a look at the All-Star game, looking up the National League. Starting for the National League, Lindor, Wood, Larry Walker will be hitting 3rd. Ohtani, Moreno, Brandon, Matt, Alec, and Andy. Clay Holmes is your starter. And do we have any other Colorado pitchers? No, we don't. Well, we got to watch Larry hit in the All-Star game. Here it is. Severino on the mound for the American League. Larry Walker will hit number 3. League leader in batting average, league leader in many different categories. Ground out to the pitcher, 1 away. James Wood, representing the Nationals, will come to the plate. He drives that ball over the second base. That's going to be a base hit. Runner on first, Larry Walker comes up to the plate. 75 contact, 80 power. Deep, not deep enough. Fly ball to left field. Larry Walker will fly out in his first All-Star appearance. Let's finish off the entire game. Walker will have 2 plate appearances, 2 at-bats, have a hit, an RBI. And it will be the National League with a 7-6 victory, getting 2 runs in the 9th inning. Your MVP of the 2026 All-Star Game is Wyatt Langford. Langford was a pinch hitter, 1 at-bat, 1 run, 1 hit, and 3 RBIs. He would get it was a home run. Yeah, home run in the 6th inning. Give the American League the lead. All right, so not much going on there for Larry. Let's go to the end of the month. Colorado still in that wild card conversation. Got to go on a bit of a winning streak here. At the beginning of August, Boston, Detroit, Houston still lead their divisions. Dodgers, Reds, and Phillies. Colorado is 12 games back with a 52-58 record. And in the wild card, there's a lot of teams they have to pass as they have 6.5 games back. Going to be tough for Larry and the crew. Larry Walker currently is on pace for 50 home runs. He's got 34 right now, on pace for 135 RBIs, and still hitting .354 to lead the National League. A 5.8 WAR. Thank you, Castanar. And Mr. Freeland, 33-year-old, is now 7-8. However, our youngster has moved up to the number 4 and has the flame. He is on fire. 25-year-old Matrix Kyle Freeland moved up in the pitching order. Was in the bullpen for a while, has a couple holds. ERA almost at that 4 mark. Been pitching much better. Only twice this year has he given up 5. Only once this year has he given up 5 earned runs or more. It's pretty good for a Colorado pitcher. Now, I don't know what the advanced stats tell me about Kyle. If you're an advanced stat nerd, please give me kind of what he's doing good and what he's not doing good. Summarize, Mr. Freeland. Go full screen. You can see it all there. Oh, was he in the minors for the holds? Pitching stats. AAA. He was. They sent him down to Albuquerque. Huh. First time we've had a Matrix player gone down to the minors. I think only with Colorado. That'll probably be the only team we ever see that with. Well, we really have the top end and low end here. We knew we were not going to get strong pitching from Colorado Matrix players, but Larry has just been, look at his spray chart. He had a lot to left field. Look at this blue. Fielding. Wow. Just destroying. Well, let's go to the beginning of September. Colorado needs a big month. And then we're going to shift over to bingo because bingo's about to start up. So you got 3 minutes to fill out the bingo form. Trois minutes. Pinned in the chats. Chance to win 5 packs. Larry Walker. Number 2, yeah, it's going to be him or Ohtani winning the MVP. I have a feeling they're going to give it to Ohtani. Yankees, half a game lead over the Red Sox. Kansas City, 1 game up on the Tigers. Houston, 4 up on Seattle. And then you got the Braves, the Brewers, and the Dodgers. Colorado in the basement. Man, oh man, what could have been Colorado? Losing 6 of their last 7, losing 7 of their last 9. Do they have the E beside their name? They have not been officially eliminated yet. And they're only 6 games back. So after bingo, we'll see. We'll see if the rest does them well. Who do they have to play? Yankees. Not a bad. I mean, Yankees and Mariners. Detroit. Yeah, it's going to be tough. 8 and 11 for the Elder Freeland. And look at that. Synchronicity. Kyle Freeland, the 25-year-old, has moved up to the number 3 slot. Can he pass the old man before the end of the season? He is 8 and 11 with an ERA over 5. That's the elder one. And the younger one has an ERA of 1.69. No, 3.88. 6 and 7. So he is the better of the 2 pitchers right now. Only has 30 innings pitched, though, so very small sample size. Looks like he was back in, yeah, they're moving him around from AAA back to the majors. Yeah, the younger one's still number 3. And with a month to go, Larry Walker, poor guy, no help, hitting .356. He's got 41 home runs, on pace for 48. And he's got a WAR of 6.9. Yeah, look at these ERAs. Chase is doing well, and the younger Kyle's doing okay. 29 saves for Victor. Well, we need to save the game. And I need to head over to bingo. Arthur's made the bingo round. Congratulations. And is the hound still in bingo? Oh, finally. We got about 30 seconds before game 1 comes in. If you're filling out the Google form, time is running out for you. Called it, Castanar. All right, going to go close the bingo. So you got 10 seconds. $38 responses. Yeah, Cato, 2 bingo checkers and myself. That's a record. I don't know if there's ever been 3 of us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, honestly, I felt good about my team yesterday too. Okay, we will come back to that. Bring up the bingo card. Just getting everything set up. Almost there. And you don't need to let me know when the sim is in because I will get the notification. Even better. Here we go. Bingo time. So I am looking for the O's. A-Dub is on the B's. Cato on the I's. Arthur's on the N's. And Castanar is on the G's. I'm looking for pitchers with 150 or more pitches, a blowout, 3 or more triples in a game, a comeback in the bottom of the ninth, and both pitchers with a complete game. I've got a tough one today. That is an extremely tough card for the O's. So bear with me a sec here because I got to go back and forth between a couple screens. Rocky Mountain Gladiators with a 7-1 victory over Castanar in the first game. It's nice to see that Gladiator halfway along the calendar at the bottom. Now, what's the easiest way? I guess I'm going to go this way. I pretty much have to go in game for most of them. So let's start off with the Hollywood Ties. They beat the Santa Clarita Sharks in game number 1. Michael's still in the tournament. We don't have 150 pitches. I'm looking for triples. 1, 2. Oh, why couldn't you give me 3 triples? 1. Yeah, just 2 triples. We don't have the blowout. And I'm looking for a comeback and both pitchers with a complete game. No comeback. And we did get that one marked off. Both Tom Williams and Cushman have complete games for this team, both teams. So that is 1-0 crossed off. Gladiators, of course, 7-1 victory. 139 pitches for Cockrell. Only one triple. Was not a blowout because the blowout is 7 or more runs. We only beat them by 6. And no comeback. Game number 3. D King. This is the who's a who going up against the Wizards. 9-4 victory for D King. 143 pitches. That came close. Triples, we got Juan Pierre. Not a blowout and no comeback. A-Dub, the A-Dub Bees. We had 4 of us make it, right? Myself, Castanar, A-Dub, and Arters, I think. 1-0 victory. A-Dub gets the only run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Not enough pitches. Probably not enough triples. No triples at all. Very defensive game. Silver or Iron Tom having a good tournament for A-Dub. And no comeback. The Kitties. The Kitties are still in action. You know what that means. Almost had a comeback there. VR Mind would get 2 runs in the bottom of the inning, but that's not enough to come back for the victory. So it will be the Kitties with the win. 148 pitches. 1 triple. No blowout. Washington Park Rangers, they take game 1. This is our matrix coordinator today, picking Walker and Freeland. Do not have enough pitches, and we do not have any doubles or triples. No comeback. Was a 2-0 victory. Sporer still alive, going up against Death from Above and the Squirrels. 4-3 victory. It was not a bottom of inning win. We have 125 pitches, 140 pitches, no blowout, and triples. Robinson gets a triple. And in our final matchup, it is Makadkar over Arthur's 4-1. I think I recognize every team today. 98 pitches, 108 pitches, very quick game. Only 1 triple, not a blowout, not a comeback. So finish that with 2 minutes to spare. So I had the O's. Oh, it's a different Squirrels, Death? You two Squirrels always mix me up. You're the Richmond one, I guess. All right, back to the bingo card. A-Dub, you can post yours when you're ready. I get to mark off one of the O's. Bottom corner. A-Dub still busy checking. Steve's been unreal, huh? I'll have to check that out. We've got B8, 2-1 win for Washington Park. 2-0 win. Want to point out that pitcher Dick Donovan for Sarasota, Now has 2 home runs in the 5L with his 50 power. Way to go, Dick Donovan. Cato, any eyes? Nothing. We do have a free space, though. Arthur's, any ends? By the way, Arthur's donating once again, a trophy, physical trophy for the winner of the Summer Classic coming up in a few months. So thank you again to Arthur's and Lou Labs 3D Printing for donating another trophy for the 5L champion or the Summer Classic champion. Jack Harshman, 69 overall player of the game, and N10, 2 games with 8 errors. The Whirlwinds had 5. Thank you, Castanar, for your pathetic defense against my team. Yes, someone said, Donovan, you eventually have some power. Are you related to Dick? Anything from you, Castanar? Donovan, again, you got power and stuff. Struck out 7 batters. Also an 8, 10, and 11K game in various places, but nothing else. So line number 11 and line number 3 are looking good after game number 1. A little bit slower activity than we usually have. The download is in. Game 2. And we'll check out some of those other monumental achievements too. Well, lately Castanar's been knocking me out of things, so today we have Castanar down 2. First game, though, Hollywood Ties lead Santa Clarita. I'm looking for pitches. 179. Ding, 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 ding. Mr. Grimes with 179 pitches. Only 2 triples. We do not have a blowout, and we do not have a bottom of the 9th inning walkout. Walk-off. It's a bottom of the 11th. It doesn't count. It's got to be bottom of the 9th, according to how it was written. Looking for triples now. Looking for a blowout and looking for bottom of the inning. No. Okay, this is going to be much quicker now. West Valley ties up their series with Sarasota with a 6-3 victory. No triples, no walk-off, no blowout. A-Dub also up 2-0 on the PTCS champion Warner Robins. 1 triple, 2 triples, nothing from the Robins. A-Dub did his part. No walk-off, no blowout. VR Mind with the victory over the Kitties, 7-4. Greengrass had 2 triples, but no one else in the game could get a triple. Jimmy, nice try. Bel Airs tie up their series with the Washington Park squad. 1 triple. Squirrels up 2-0 over Charlotte. Triple for Robinson again. And it was not a bottom of the 9th walk-off. Once again, it was a bottom of the 10th extra inning walk-off. And McCodcar have an easy time so far of Beaverton. 7-1 victory. Triples, we got Doggy Miller. We got 2 triples there. We got our 3rd triple. Another one for the O's crossed off. 3 triples by both teams. And we do not have a blowout, though. Close. So let's go back to the bingo card. We do get to cross off a couple O's, so let's do that. Three triples, that's helping line number 8. And 179 pitches. Still looking for the blowout, still looking for the comeback. What do we got? Bees. Three or more home runs. Yeah, we're getting a lot of home runs. Had 4 across the games. And B9 inning with 5 or more runs. White Rabbit with 5 in the 6th. Makadkar laying it down. Kato, can you contribute this time? There we go. Squirrels beat Spore. Kind of embarrassing being beat by a squirrel. Arthur's? No ends? And Castanar. We're one Castanar G8. Walking 7 Rangers. That's right. You have gone to 7 games. Oh, I'm not counting anything yet. 2-0 lead. If it was best of 5, I'd feel much more comfortable. But of course, it's best of 7 now. After 2 games, we have line number 11, 1 away. We need the, and this is usually one we get by now. Same number of hits. I am surprised we haven't had that in 16 games. We haven't had that one. Line 11's looking really good. Other than that, we got line number 8. We need a really long game. We did have an extra inning game. We must have come close on that, Kato, with that game that went 12 innings. Everything else needs at least 2 squares. Spore redeeming the biscuits. Spore is going to pick the next players for the Matrix. We're going to spin the wheel at the end of the stream before we go over to Skyrola, and we will determine who our team is next week. Wait a minute, that is the screen I wanted. Lap. Please bring it back. So Spore mentioned Dave Steeb. Woo! This might be the best pitching performance we've seen from a Dave Steeb. So, he has a Jim Unknown, though. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. He's done really well in his 3 real games. No earned runs, 1 earned run, 0 earned runs. Yeah, he's been doing really well. 2-time MVP. He was MVP of round number 2 and round number 3. He looks good in purple. I like that look. And the other one was Mr. Donovan that was mentioned by A-Dub. What team was that? There it is. Two-time MVP, round 2 and round 1. His batting stats. Home run, 3 RBIs. What does that card look like? I would not have guessed 2 home runs in dead ball with this type of shape. But it happens. Most home runs in the tournament so far is 2, including Mr. Donovan. That Dawson silver card, what a card. Did we get a meta Dawson? This card does so well in so many tournaments. All right, next sim is about to come in. Satch having a good tournament too. Yeah, Satch and Dave Stieb are still really good in a lot of tournaments. Like they may be 2 of the best 5 bronze pitchers in the game right now. And I mean, in real life, they were 2 of the best pitchers too. So it makes sense. Satch has a few more cards in the game though than Dave. Well, big game here, Castanar. Big game here. And you pull it off in extra innings. Here we go. The comeback of Castanar. 5-4 victory. So we're going at least 5. So I'm looking for a blowout and I'm looking for a walk-off. Comeback. No blowout, no walk-off. Same with that game. Seminoles have lost 2 in a row now to the Wizards. 3-2. A-Dub looking to make his way into the next round. Up 3 now on Wilnick. 2-1 victory. Kitties jump back to a 2-1 series lead with a 4-2 victory over VR Mind. Denver also winning 2 in a row now, another 2-0 victory. Squirrels 1 game away from eliminating Spore, 3-2. Unfortunately, Dave Stieb gave up 3 earned runs after we hyped him up. And in the last series, Makadkar also 1 game away from advancing, 3-1 victory. Only got 3 hits. Arthurs did as much as he could, held White Rabbit to 3 hits, but those hits resulted in 3 runs. Tournament tree still a little bit too wide. All right, let's go to the bingo card. Do we have our bingo after 3 games? Because there are some sweeps on the table. I do not get to cross off any O's. How about the rest of you B's? Do we have a bingo? No bingos. That is a record. We have never gone 3 games with all the teams still in it without same number of hits. That is always one of the easiest ones to get. Amazing. No I's. Any N's. I'm only paying you 1/5 of your salary, Cato. You're just not. I don't see results. I'm sorry, I don't see results from you. You join the union and look what happens. All hitters are all pitchers player of the game, and one pitcher throws exactly 100 pitches. I'm sure Arthur's is checking on OOTP Go. We had a chance if Spora could have got Dave Stieb the victory. Could have been player of the game. Castanar, any G's? All pitchers, all 8 games had the pitcher as the player of the game. That is unusual. And we did not have any G's. So this is our longest bingo in a while. We are going to game number 4. Still need same number of hits. Still need one pitcher with 100 pitches. Still need a long extra inning game. Let's go check out the guesses from everyone. Always like to see what people are guessing. Leave my bingo card there. And go to this page here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Going to be on for about another 20 minutes probably, because after bingo, we got to finish up the matrix. Not looking like Colorado will make the playoffs though, so it might be a short end to the matrix series. Did we get all lines picked? We have a line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do not have a line 6. No one chose 6. We got a 7, 8, 9. No 10. No 6, no 10. We got a few 11s and we got a few 12s. No 6 and no 10. What were people thinking were tough to get here? 6 and 10. Well, good call on the 6. 6 is not doing well. And good call on the 10. Line 2 is the worst. So if you chose line 2, sorry. Half the people chose line 11. Well, it should have come through. We should have a bingo already. What is this? Final score 5-4, free space, 7 strikeouts or more, and both pitchers with a complete game. That is almost automatic now. That's like a free square. Once we went to 1910, we're seeing a lot more of that. You're predicting 3 lines? I'm predicting line 3. I think the ends are going to come through. And this could be the last game with a full slate of games too. AL Live 2 is done. Thank you, Lap. While King Alex, congrats. I know a few pack only teams are close or have just recently finished all the live series. Here we are on May the 12th, and King Alex has finished all the live series missions. What an accomplishment. Enjoy all the goodies that go along with finishing those. Here we go. Will Castanar tie it up at 2? Will the Hound take a commanding 3-1 lead? Winner of this game will win this series. And we've got, I think, 3 or 4 sweeps on the line, too. Yeah, I'd save packs until after the new cards come out today. Unless it's like a perfect pack, it won't really matter, but there are going to be a few of the lower level cards that come out. And same with the 6L draft. The evening draft tonight, I guess it you can't wait too long on that because it fires off in about 4 hours. But if you can wait a few more hours, you might get some other cards to be part of the card pool. Here we go. Is it time to declare a bingo? Well, it is not a come from behind victory. However, Laptop Hound in the ninth, we both scored a run in the top of the first inning, and then in the ninth, the Hound will take it at home. That was quite the game. Guy comes in and pitches to one batter and gets the win. One, and then nothing until the bottom of the ninth. Well, Castaner, I hate to say, I think I've got this series. Stranger things have happened. Hollywood tie up 3-1 now. They have a 1-0 victory. They get their run in the top of the first inning, and then nothing after that. 2-2, Sarasota and West Valley. No comeback. And we do have a sweep, thanks to A-Dub. Top of the ninth inning, we'll do it. Kitties up 3-1. Ooh, 13-inning game. It's not a comeback victory, though. We could have a time on that one. Washington Park stays alive. They avoid. Was that a sweep? No, they tie the series at 2. Another 1-0 victory. Two-hitter. Two-hitter for Hirsch. Charlotte, not out yet. 6-5 victory. 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Keep them alive. And finally, Beaverton stays alive with a 3-2 victory, getting a run in the bottom of the 10th. Arthurs keeps on going. Thanks to Bob Miller, one of the Bob Millers. Well, the O's will not contribute a bingo. A-Dub, do we have a bingo? So nothing for the O's. B's, B6, same number of hits. Spore and the Squirrels with 9 apiece. So we are going to need tiebreakers. Line number 11 is a bingo. Let's celebrate, Mario. And also we had B10, less than 3 hits. Yeah, Denver only got a couple. 2-hitter. So line number 1 is a bingo. Kato, what do you got? B. See, Kato wants to be A-dub. Take that as a compliment there, A-dub. He sees all your success with the B's and he start labeling his as B's. I-10. It only went 3 hours and 23 minutes. So we were short. Do we have another bingo, Arthurs? And Castanar, any G's? One sweep. Oh, we have another bingo. A-dub, you called it. You said 3 different bingos. Do we have 4? We're waiting on Arthur's unless I missed it. Did we have a pitcher with exactly 100 pitches? Ooh, Santa Clarita had 101. So there we have it. Line 1 bingos, line 10 bingos, line 11 bingos. Unless I'm missing something, that is it. Wow. We'll keep an eye when the next sim comes in, see who else advances. Right now, only one team has advanced. Tiebreakers. We've got, I should put this up for transparency. Sorry, I always like to show people when we do the tiebreakers. First tiebreaker is number of total squares marked off when we get our first bingo. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is the tiebreaker number. Tiebreaker number 2 is how many squares or how many corners, all 4 corners. And tiebreaker 3 is how many O's. So 17, 4, and 3 are the tiebreakers. Our bingos again, 1, 10, and 11. Let me go through and mark all these off. I think we had half the field here. Just got to refresh it. Refresh. No one guessed line 10, though. So technically, there were only 2 bingos. No one guessed 6, and no one guessed 10. I got them all. So we had 17. There's a 17. 16, 15, 16. So close. Man, we would have had to go a long way if 16 was the answer. $17, they also had 3 O's crossed off. That was correct. And did they have all 4 corners? No. So they came close from a perfect scorecard. So give it up for our bingo champion and 5-pack winner today. He didn't work much, but he earned it as part of the union. He gets the 5 packs. Congrats to Cato, one of our most successful bingo players over the last couple of years. Choosing line number 1. Way to go. Well, we got one other thing to do before heading over to Skyrola. Before we do that, we are going to check this next sim that just came in, see who else has advanced. And the sim has come in, so here we go. And yes, I have taken out Castanar. It's been a while. I think all year I have not been in a bingo round. That may be true. Maybe once I got in. But I often don't make the bingo round. Here I am taking out Castanar. I will move on to the quarterfinals and guarantee myself at least 20 Clubhouse Shop stars. In the other matchups, we're going to a game 6 as Santa Clarita has fought back and go back home for game 6. Seminoles find themselves down 1. A-Dub, of course, has swept. VR Mine staves off elimination 3-2 for the Kitties. And the Washington Park Rangers, after 2 wins now, have taken the lead over the Bel Airs. Spore has been eliminated thanks to Andre Dawson, who we talked about earlier. And Makadkar has taken out our bingo checker, Arthurs, by a 2-0 score. So I await. Who do I play? I play either Santa Clarita or Hollywood Tie. They're probably both in chat, so I can't root for anyone. Whoever has the weaker team, I root for you. Bronze and Bronze the sequel. Don't forget the C-Wit tournament fires off on Thursday. Lots of openings left, but a day and 21 hours. So at some point tomorrow or early Thursday, you might want to get in that one. Take your shot again at qualifying for that big community tournament. Okay, we need to go back to the matrix. Well, Cato, it's funny. You didn't make the bingo round. You didn't have to call many squares, but yet you won bingo. So you probably ended up with the best outcome because you're going to get 5 packs. Unless someone makes like the semifinals, you probably have the best prize. Well, let's see how Colorado does here. Can Colorado make a big comeback and make history with Larry Walker and 2 Kyle Freelands. We're going to go halfway through the month and see if they're still within range. I don't know. I don't know. They had a few wins there. I guess they won a couple more than they lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins. But they need to make up ground. Are they officially eliminated? The Colorado Rockies. Are they still playing for hope? They have not been eliminated. 21 games back. 6.5 with 11 to play. Day by day. They win. 7 back. The E is getting closer. They're 8 back with 9 to play. They need a whole team of Larry Walkers and Randy Johnsons. I think that's going to be it. One more loss will eliminate them. They play the Brewers. Nope, they play Seattle. And that's it. The Colorado Rockies have been eliminated from the 2026 playoffs. Nothing for Larry, nothing for Mr. Freeland, other than maybe some personal awards. Let's check it out at the end of the season. We have 33-year-old original Kyle Freeland, finishes with a 10-11 record, 4.76 ERA. And our Matrix Freeland, he will finish at the minors. Well, things didn't go too well for him, did it? Where is he? He's not in triple A. Did I miss him? Or maybe he's just been released as a free agent. Well, we got to find out what his stats were. This is the 25-year-old and the 33-year-old. Still shows him on Colorado. So I do need his stats. But I got to look at his major league stats, not his minor league stats. Six wins and a WAR of 1.5. 6 wins. Yeah, he's probably DFA, yeah. So 6 wins and 1.5 WAR if we need the tiebreaker. Well, Larry Walker is going to be much better. Larry Walker is a 352 average that led the National League. He also had 51 doubles, 207 hits, and 1 home run shy of real life. And he had a WAR of 8.2. Didn't I say the final WAR total would be about 9? It was almost 10. Well, let's see. We always like to see who wins the World Series. So let's play it out. And then we spin the wheel, find out where we're going next week. Spore is going to pick the 2 players. We got Boston, Detroit, Dodgers, and Braves, all with the division wins. So it's going to be Atlanta Brewers, Mets, Dodgers, Red Sox, Yankees, Mariners, Tigers. I'm going to call Mariners Mets in the final. The double M. Going to game fives, and it will be Tigers, Red Sox, Mets, Brewers. In the World Series, it will be the Boston Red Sox going up against Milwaukee. Can Milwaukee win their first World Series? Let's find out. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, 4-1. Congrats to the Boston Red Sox, your 2026 Colorado Matrix World Series champions. Got to find out if we have any hardware winners here. It's not going to be Kyle. Larry Walker, in terms of NL, led a lot of different categories. It's Walker or Ohtani. I think it deserves to be Walker. Larry Walker. Starting in the American League, our big four winners. Your MVP, Aaron Judge, his fourth MVP. You got Mr. Garrett Crochet, your Cy Young winner. Kevin M. from Detroit, your Rookie of the Year. And your reliever of the year from Cleveland is Cade Smith with a 3.5 WAR, 35 saves. Kevin M. 2.2 WAR. Garrett 5.6 WAR. And Judge had a WAR of 9.4. Here we go. Larry or Ohtani? Your MVP of the National League is Ohtani. 5-time winner, 6.9 WAR. Chris Sale, second-time Cy Young winner, 6.2 WAR. Your Rookie of the Year from the Dodgers, Mr. Freeland. Not Kyle, although synchronicity. He had a 2.6 WAR. And Mr. Kirkering is your reliever of the year with 3 saves, but a 7-2 record and a 2.1 WAR. Larry, you were robbed. You deserved it, Larry. We'll find out where Larry Walker signs. It would be so funny if he signed in Washington, which is kind of like almost a return home. Where is Larry going to go? He led the league in OPS, led the league in average, led the league in WAR, and yet he was not the NL MVP. Only Aaron Judge had a better WAR than Larry Walker. He was the most valuable player to Colorado. It should go to the most valuable player to your team. He kept them in the playoff chase until mid-September. Yeah, I don't know what the game's going to do with contracts because I don't think it's on the latest update. If I'm using a quick save file, it's probably whatever the version was back then. Okay, where did they sign? Let's check Freeland first of all. "25-year-old assigned a 1-year contract to stay in Colorado, as he should." And Larry be at the top here somewhere. There he is. I just saw him. We'll just put in more of his name. How many freaking Larrys are there? There he is. Well, that's the retired version. There he is. He is going to Baltimore. That seems odd. Real life, he played for Montreal, Colorado, St. Louis. Will we see a bronze, silver Larry Walker Cardinal card tonight or on Thursday? And he signs a huge $291 million contract for 6 years to play in Baltimore. Like the Blue Jays needed another big player in the AL East. Please, realignment, come soon. So Baltimore gets Larry. So we got a couple things to do. We got to find out who our winner is. I forgot to check, though. I forgot to check how many wins did Colorado have. I did not write that down. We may need to look at that. Can I go back and look at last year's standings? Seventy-six wins. This game has everything. I think I got everything else. Wins, playoffs, yep. I'll be taking over to Skyrolla in just a few minutes once we get the scoreboard here. Create a filter. Will they make the playoffs? They did not. Will they make the World Series? They did not. How many wins? They had 76. All three the most popular choices. What will be the regular season total for Larry? It was 48. We're down to 6. How many wins for Mr. Freeland? It was less than 10. And we have our winner. They also had question 7 right. And the tiebreaker, you gotta be kidding. Okay, is this Franchise Time Machine? Point one from being perfect. Smiley Face Jane is our winner of the 5 packs for being in the Matrix and getting everything almost pinpoint exact. Big cheer for Smiley. Wow. That was really good. Let me just delete all the responses. And delete all the responses. We have our two winners, Kato and Smiley. That leaves the wheel. Shuffle 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spore, if you're in the chat, tell me when to spin because you're going to pick the 2 players for next week. Thank you, Firecracker, for the follow. We have, oh, this will be a fun one. From one bad team to another. Can Spore take the Chicago White Sox to a world championship? Oh, remember, you have to pick players that played that specific year in Chicago. One pitcher, one hitter from history. It's a big, big, deep history. Much better chance than Colorado because you're going to get a really good pitcher and you're going to get a really good hitter. Remember, it is the 2026 run environment. So you might want to leave off some of those real early guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my bingo checkers. Thank you to everyone that has left a follow. And thanks for all of you for contributing to the chat. You cannot have a fun stream without the community chatting every once in a while. You guys are amazing. Back on Thursday after TWIPT at around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a fun content release. Don't forget some cards coming out today at some point. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, give what you can, take what you need. It's a great day for baseball. And speaking of baseball, stay tuned. We're going to go over to Sky Rolla, one of the most knowledgeable perfect team players in the game. He is going to teach you a lot, I hope. We're here for a good time, not a long time, so have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. See you next episode.
Every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.